Are you ready for a wild ride? Quantum computing. Is it a game changer? We are going to jump into the atomic and subatomic world in this video. A world our eyes cannot see. Call it quantum theory, quantum mechanics, quantum physics, or quantum computing. Here we go. It is hard to believe that I was introduced to the basics of quantum physics and Einstein's theory of relativity back in the late 1960s. An update on quantum computing. It began in 1980 with physicist Paul Benioff proposing a quantum mechanical model. Come 1998, we have our first 2-qubit quantum computer developed by Chang, Gershenfeld, and Kubinick. Here's a partial list of corporations involved in developing quantum computers: IBM, Google, HP, Microsoft, dWare Systems, Toshiba, Intel, and Lockheed Martin. And what about some of the nation states involved? USA, China, Russia, India, the EU, France, the UK, Germany, Canada, and Japan. Here is a profound statement. There are plenty of nations that want to be the quantum computer leader. Billions of dollars are being invested into development and production. Why? Because it is a winner-takes-all technology. Here are a few thoughts regarding the current and future status of quantum computing. Russia developed a 51-qubit computer in 2017. China is in the lead at this point, and China just launched a satellite that uses quantum computing, and they claim it cannot be hacked. Google now has a 53-qubit machine. Google's prototype verified quantum superiority in practice in 2019. Google intends to build a 1,000,000-qubit error-corrected computer by 2029. IBM now has a 65-qubit machine. IBM's goal is to build a 1,000-qubit machine by 2023. You can now buy a 2-qubit machine made by a Chinese startup company, SpinQ, for approximately $5,000. It is not as powerful as our computers today, but just wait. We are only a few years away from having fully functioning quantum machines working all around the world. And not to scare you, but we have quantum sensors and quantum copies being utilized today. How do they work? In very simplified terms, quantum computing makes use of quantum phenomena such as quantum bits, superposition, and entanglement to perform data operations. And oh yes, there is another aspect called amplitude of probability. How about the speed of computations? Google's quantum computer can run 158 million times faster than today's supercomputers. China claims a much higher number. What are some good things about qubits? Here are just a few. Molecular modeling, study of genomics, developing quantum version of the internet, weather predictions, traffic flows, model chemical reactions, revolutionize communications with AI, transform medicine, create new drugs, and detect diseases and create formulas for new meds. Is there a dark side of qubits? I believe so. Here are some possibilities. Cryptocurrencies no longer secure and anonymous. Could shut down current internet system. Create chaos. Break encryption keys. Create radar missiles. Space warfare. Radar that can spot stealth aircraft. Cause stolen elections. Data breaches. Banks and personal detect all submarines and disable them. And an attacker can record our secure communications today and break it with a quantum computer years later, all secrets lost. Let's wrap up and get some thoughts from the Bible. I do believe that quantum computing will play a big role as we approach the 7-year tribulation and during the tribulation. And I believe the ultimate use will be in the hands of the Antichrist. We will see the use of quantum computing within the New World Order, or the Great Reset as we hear it called today. Imagine the uses for a one world government, one world religion, and one world currency. We find that the Antichrist takes control from the great harlot at the midpoint of the tribulation. Guess what? He wants to control every person on the earth at that time. Today there are 7.7 billion people living on earth. How will the Antichrist keep tables on that number of people and track them, identify them? Oh yes, quantum computers. And don't forget, the Antichrist will place the mark of the beast on his followers, and that will all be recorded. Will you or will you not take the mark? I am sure that during the final battle of Armageddon, that the Antichrist and his forces will be using all the power of quantum computing that is at their disposal. But we already know the answer: God wins. Are you on God's side? Do you know God personally through his son Jesus? I hope you do.